Right, well live. To the main show and go. Greetings and welcome all to another Sunday live stream. Yeah, continuing on with Divinity Original Sin for now. Let's see if we can actually finish chapter 1, sort of. Alright. Still in the pirate cave, but we have finally progressed beyond the point. I wanted to actually reach last week. Because there's quite a fun encounter down here. Alright. Let's see what else is out here. I do expect some traps, although of course I don't remember exactly where they are. Alright. Sleeping spot. No loot here. Take that pillow though. You just go have a lie down at the door. Saves me some time healing up with Jahan's magic.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Alright, so someone has been camping out here, but apparently they're no longer here. Well, good enough for me, I guess. Alright, what does the rat say? We'll find out if it ever stands still.
Traps aren't so bad, you know. At least they aren't poisonous.
I guess that's true.
Careful now. Cave spiders can be rather crabby if you disturb them.
I'd wager someone or something made mad and mighty by source.
That is indeed somewhat disturbing. Ooh, but there's a diamond here. Some mushrooms. Also, is there any veins? Didn't check. Doesn't look like there is. Is it a cupboard? Or a chair? And I can't interact with it, but it's just so difficult to see. No, it's a bookcase. All right. Alright, let's go down into the depths. And we'll just keep wondering what kind of creature could have killed that. While we save for no particular reason. Another one.
So, we're on the hunt for something capable of taking out not one, but two dragons.
Delight of delights!
Well, they're certainly building this up very much. More herbs.
been pinched in half or drowned. Does that mean you're brave enough to help Desdemona? She sure misses Samson.
That's a third dragon, apparently. Although, based on the measurements here, dragons apparently are quite small in this world. Oh, there we go.
Do you suppose that's what destroyed those dragons?
How can I suppose anything with those eyes sizing me up like so much rump roast?
Right.
It's drawing water from the sea.
It'll use it against us unless I set my sights for victory.
Hey, quit picking on Jahan. Right, looks like the spiderlings are not all that dangerous. I can hit them. Well, we might as well summon Nick. Do these follow crab rules? Yes, apparently they are quite vulnerable to flame.
My turn through the gauntlet? With pleasure.
Alright, let's follow the same principles then. It's only a level 7 nightmare, should be doable. See if I can knock it on its ass. It's immune to knockdown. Is it immune to stun? Potentially not, but...
Spirits of Rivalon, I call you home to the earth.
Let's split up a little bit.
Stay back, my friend.
Right, so potentially I can disease it, but doesn't seem very likely. Did he just drown the zombie?
I'm dying. A stitch in time, eh, my friends? Without aid, I will expire soon.
I'm not overly fond of the bursting damage of these creatures.
the pyromancer! Only the best for my allies!
Holy radiance!
Alright. Stop that. How many freaking action points do you have? Don't miss. Wel, 100 gaat het down. And you have a bunch of resurrection scrolls that we now need to transfer to someone else. Or you have them. Oh well. Well, looks like we have some pretty impressive loot, including Sam's collar. Yes, I'm sure it's too much to carry, but that's fine. Move out of the way.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
At last added. Didn't find all of that stuff. And you can give that to Madora. An extra sneaking skill. Extra hit points. I mean, it's overall better. You can have these. I think I'll give these to Madora. Unity to blind. Pirate treasure, perhaps? Hello, Asai. Welcome to the stream. Alright, some more loot. I think that's most of what we find here. Doesn't appear there's anything I can harvest. Oh, notice this barrel here. Is the boner.
Your flesh. Why, you're positively radiating. It's been years since a warm blood has wandered through these caverns. An utterly lovely sight.
What are you doing down here?
I know not. I know so little. My life in full I recall, from my earliest memories to my most recent sorrows. But why I should be trapped in this spectral form, I cannot say.
How did you die?
I was on board a ship from Errata to Sicil. The night was black as ink, and the lighthouse in the distance offered us no aid. The ship's hull soon met the cragged shallows, and we were all of us lost. The thing I can least reconcile is that my own husband, my Samson, keeps the lighthouse. What could have become of him that night? My mind races with the possibilities.
Tell me more about your most recent troubles.
Gossipers. They nearly ruined me. In life, I was a natural philosopher, you see. A student of the stars. Errata, an elfish land not so far from Sicil, happens to boast the finest telescope in all of Rivellon. So I set sail, planning to spend several weeks there enhancing my research. When I arrived, I found an instant friend in the telescope's keeper, an elfish scientist named Faladar. We had much to share concerning our studies and found great joy in one another's company. It was a friendship as pure as starlight, but that didn't keep the rumors from flying. As the insinuations became increasingly vile, I thought it best to sail back to Sicil straight away and to introduce Faladar, my friend, to Samson, my only love, putting any and all foul rumors to rest. As you know, though, we never made it. Faladar is lost forever, and what has become of my darling Samson, I know not.
I've met Samson go to the lighthouse. He's filled with regret after having purposely sunk your ship.
He could never. You mean to say he left us to those savage waters on purpose? I can't believe it. And yet, if what you say is true, well, I must meet him in any case. To the lighthouse, you said? Fine.
Alright. Another thing to solve. Oh, tormented soul. I think that's an important ingredient. And nothing else seems that there's need of looting here. Right, well, let's head over to the lighthouse.
Into the fray once more.
Which one is the lighthouse again? Isolated Farms? Yeah. Because I kind of want to see how this ends. Into the rains once more. And hoping that nothing has respawned. That could potentially make things dangerous.
Desdemona, my love, I should have known you would never betray me. I should have known your love to be as constant as the sky. Madness took hold of my heart, and with razor nails scratched murderous intent into its depths. And yet, look at us now. Not even death could impede our reunion. I beg of you, my love, forgive me. With but a word, you can heal my heart. efface the scars that lunacy left there. Forgive me, my wife, my own. Forgive me.
You've heard the whole story by now. Perhaps you can help me settle my mind. Half of me is furious and the other half is utterly enraged. What do you think of my murderer husband?
Yeah, Tormented Soul is quite valuable, but it's also quite an important ingredient in some magic equipment you can craft later, I believe, so you want to be careful about selling stuff like that. I mean, they really should forgive each other, just so they can move on.
Samson is truly repentant. Desdemona ought to forgive him so they can both move on.
Indeed. Samson committed a terrible deed. But I've never seen one so utterly filled with regret.
I suppose you're right. The deed is done, and I can do naught but move forward now. Samson, I do forgive you. I do.
Shining soul, my love. From its incomparable purity, even the diamond hides its dull complexion and shame. The nightmare is at an end. We are together again, and shall remain so evermore.
Yes, the past is the past, my darling. Let's go forward together now, hand in hand into the next life.
These ghosts are fools if they think they'll find happiness now. New betrayal awaits, even in death.
Come on, Grumps. It ain't so dire as all that. They'll probably kick off their ghostly boots and have a nice time of eternity.
Alright, let's do a little bit of inventory checking. Alright, so... The scythe is probably a better weapon for her. And this helmet is not much use. More armor for you. Let's head back over to Sicile. Do I have any crafting I feel like doing? Here's some gold cups we need to sell off, because they are useless to us otherwise. We have some arrow shafts. Let's see if we can combine them with our heads. Freezing arrowheads. I think I made some needle and thread. And cooking pots and custom-made armor. Can I combine this? No.
Good look out there, Hunter. Evil lurks
I can't reuse the mobile kitchen.
I could do with a cold drink.
That just turns it off. Hmm. Right, so now we have made a mobile campfire. I should be able to make mobile kitchen rather. One that we can use. So can I now move my leather to there? How do I bind with? Alright, that's how you do it. It's custom-made cloth armor, proved armor, any leather armor, mobile kitchen. Guess my crafting is just not good enough. It's 3, so it should be enough. I do it with another piece. Nice leather boots. No. Right, so that does work. What with the braces? Right, so that's the cloth armor. Had to be leather armor. It doesn't help that they look exactly the same. Oh well. Let's go sell some stuff. Yes, there is actually a chest in the end of times where I can just put stuff that I don't need anymore.
How lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
I don't need the zombie painting, I think, so... But like this in return.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
A fair exchange, I think.
My map is slowly filling up with secrets.
Right, let's also go deliver that collar to Sam. Now that we have found it.
Where's young Esmeralda these days? She has the softest lap to lay in.
Out Maxine.
Whiskers, you found my collar? Oh, thank you. Bless you. I shall don it right this instant, and hie me to Maxine as fast as my paws can carry me. You have made me the happiest cat in the world! Indeed you have!
Alright, let's go see this.
Pay the big change on your block with a whale of the good stuff.
Maxine, my love, look at me. I am wearing it. The collar I told you about. The one you told me was but the fancy of a dream. Here it is. A band of jewels, such as no one in Sicile has ever beheld.
Dear me, that choker looks absolutely fabulous on you. Simply smashing. I can't believe it's real. Oh, darling Sam, you are a Tom of Means after all.
That I am, my little tigress. Behold my true collar, and marry me. Make me yours, and my very life I shall dedicate to your happiness.
Oh, what a passionate puss you are, my darling Sam. As impetuous as ever. But indeed you do seem to have the right and reason to be. Oh, I shall hold you in suspense no longer. Yes, my dear Sam, I will marry you.
With a word, you have stopped my heart and set it beating anew with untold vigor. Come, my love, my lean-tailed lady. By the fire of the hearth, let us lie and purr the night away.
And so Sam's story has a happy end after all.
Let's be romantic here.
There was quite a bit of troubled water to be crossed, but in the end, Maxine turns out to really love him.
So she does. They would have ended up together no matter what, I think, collar or no.
It is a pity indeed to see how this treasure of a cat, this pinnacle of nature's beauty, has been corrupted by the wretched mores of man. Base materialism has darkened the purity of her soul and has seized the very throne where love should rest. Let the story of Sam and his beloved serve as an example of this bitter truth. Between two humans, no love is unconditional. So strongly does this sad depravity seep from our every pore that it adulterates the innocence of what should be stainless spirits.
Yes, you are such a downer, Jahan.
We suffer from the inability to bestow love devoid of logic, devotion devoid of design. Wealth, status, prestige, the carnality of flesh and fortune, those are the true motivators of the affections between a woman and a man. Love. It is the name we give a base ambition, a delusion we blindly compel to be true and therefore falsely hold to be absolute. Pity love, and be wary of her too, for she is but a deception.
He must really have been hurt. Yeah, no.
Ha! A cynic, am I? A heart washed in bitter streams because I have come to realize that love is but the vagary of fantasies, the intemperance of puerile minds. I shall not deny that my mind too was puerile once, that I too loved a woman with all my soul, believing her to be... Ah, enough! Forget what I said. Dig love a grave and there let it rot.
Alright, let's go deliver some books back to the library. So we have got some adventurous guides,
Celeron will have to pay yet another fine.
some secret of the scroll, and a smelting dome.
Who placed this book here? volume of poetry among
I
novels.
think
Oh, rack. What mayhem.
I have read all of these, right? Something to consider at least.
Knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing
Alright.
bottom.
Find where I put the adventurer's
Esmeralda does
guides.
have a propensity for all things naughty,
Actually, we can
hasn't she?
put that one of those books in Merchant on the Apple Tree. We don't need it.
Cache de Nord.
And alright, that's the adventurer's guides.
Been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine.
12. So that would be here.
The knight in
13.
armor. Princess
And
Buttercup
another 12.
blushing bottom.
Put that at the bottom there.
Esmeralda does have a
Alright.
propensity for all
Bell
things
scrolls.
naughty, hasn't she?
There. Bell stuff. And Secrets of the Scroll 6. Can be in the duplicate section.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Melting stuff. 6. I don't think I've ever found all the books, but
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
well, this one can go back to the collection. I did not see that one lying there. Considering almost everything here looks like it's gonna be stolen if I touch it.
Who placed this book here?
I don't want to because
Poetry among novels?
that will cause problems
What mayhem.
elsewhere.
Cache de Nord. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine.
That sounds like a book we might need at some point, but
Now this is valuable.
let's take it with us.
Volume 1.
Right. I think that's settled up some more quests. Of course, we still have plenty of other stuff to do. And also,
Join the Spud Club if you got an
let's see, we found... Well, there's supposed to be a treasure over there. Let's see if we can find the treasure over there. The Desolated Farms. We never looted these sacks. J2s. And some.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
There we go. Eye, smokescreen arrow, and some loot. I'll take it. Right, so this is definitely the chest, the treasure chest we were supposed to find in the other location. Just I'll just call it Kartoffel then. The doggies still appear to be normal. Just leave them be. Bale of hay. Ooh, another needle. Who keeps hiding those needles in haystacks? Getting closer to the potential treasure location. Being a bit peckish. Right, I don't think this chest or the chest over here was the treasure. Ooh, must have Stardust Harp.
What's this?
Never
There we go.
Pause, eh?
Alright, lots of scraps, gold. Mostly these treasures are not big, but they are useful. Alright. Speaking of which, can I... We just give this to Samantha for a moment. Right, I need an anvil. I don't have one on me. I just quickly head back to Sicile. Let's just need to give back the armor to Dora so we can actually move at some speed. Yeah, that's kind of neat that it isn't constant respawns. But I think that's also kind of important with the game balance, otherwise you'd probably overlevel too quickly. Right, now I need that armor back, please, Medora.
Those bony brutes will never make it inside these walls. Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
I hope that worked. That doesn't work. Definitely should start selling some stuff. But check one thing though, before I try that. Oh, I did not identify this. Extra perception could be useful. Fire arrow or shaft. Yeah, I did have some pixie dust, didn't I? Pretty sure I picked up some pixie dust. Could just list ingredients. I need to check that I have all my ingredients on the same person, otherwise I probably will not find it. You can keep hold of the heavy stuff. Fairly certain I picked some up. Well, let's go check the market then. Actually, nope. Something else I wanted to check first. Right. Some older robe that I'm not gonna need. Should stop getting to identify stuff. Just want a dagger. Yep. Can't do that. Quickly dart over to the ingredient cellar so we can see if I can get some pixie dust.
Well, hello there. Oh, no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
You probably won't have any of the other stuff I might like. And I'll take your needles. Steel bars can be useful. Arrow shafts generally are quite cheap. Don't need that all that much. Ring kits. Not really in the mood to, or not in a position to make rings. Just grab some other stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Norman there.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
My handcrafted stuff is almost as good as this the armor I'm wearing. Right. Let's get away from here so we don't get blasted constantly with that noise. Do I have the skill to make? I need pixie dust. And yes. We obviously need more pixie dust, but I don't know exactly how to make it at the moment. Alright, where did we leave off with the quest? You know what, let's just make some logical precisions. Items that I probably will need can go in the bag. And I need to make sure that I'm actually wearing all the good gear. Like I have got a cloth, a little perception. I'd probably do better than that. Yeah, let's give you some armor. Pickpocketing is not nearly as useful as I want it to be. Yeah, I know that, but I have also not really come across many amulets just yet. I also don't have a belt, which is even more silly because those are not that difficult to find, or should not be that difficult to find. Right. I do want one other piece just to see how good my skill is.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Norman.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Come on. How can you not have a bowstring for sale?
That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Norman.
And maybe Esmeralda has one. Think the potential combinations that I can't do yet. And if I combine Moondust and Stardust, I think that makes Pixie Dust. If I recall correctly. But I can't quite remember how you make a bowstring.
You are kind, Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, the hunter returns. I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Yes, the necklaces are kind of expensive. Now, obviously, I do have plenty of stuff I can probably sell. And the belts are just a little bit more expensive than I actually want them to be. Although this one is probably nice enough. Let's just get rid of some of the non-magical gear. And then make up the rest. I can't equip it from here. Take my leave. Oh, I don't want to sneak. There.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought in a battle, am I right?
Possible.
In fact, I bet you're a
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda.
There's Pixie Dust, Stardust, and Moondust, indeed. You see bowstring, right? Any sinew with any sinew. I don't have enough sinew, I think.
Never fear, my lady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haloed head shall be harmed.
Yeah, I just have one sinew. That's not great. Oh well. I also don't think I have ingredients for Moondust. Actually, I can make one Moondust, I think. Yeah. And I should have enough for Stardust. Let's make 3 of them. Alright. Then in the ingredients... no, that's a different thing. Don't want to use that. Stardust, moon dust, combine into pixie dust. Which I should then be able to use on... Where is it? A needle and thread. Make it magical. There. That should give me all the crafting implements that I need. Yeah, that's usually a couple of ways, but... I'm just mostly trying to do this from memory because I feel like doing it that way. Stardust and moon dust, or stardust and bone dust. Bone. Do I know how to make bone dust? Does not say here. I mean, the obvious thing to do would be to grind up a bone. Do I have a bone? I should have a bone. I have a bone, right. Mortar and pestle. Yeah, that's bone dust. And since I do have 2 stardust, it's stardust or moon dust? Stardust and bone dust. Alright, so we make 1 more bone dust. Ton of crafting in this game. There. That should give us all the pixie dust we need for now. Yes, you didn't have a sinew. Suppose you have restocked a sinew. No, I don't want to steal from her.
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more...
Oh, you do have another sinew. And I'll take it.
One of my inner scrolls, my...
Right, let's make a bowstring. Yeah, you're gonna be annoying like that, aren't you? No, I don't want both. I want them to split into you, fine, the bowstring. And then I can make a bowstring with a branch. Into a polished longbow.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Let us get away from the markets. Where is my bow? My polished bow, please. There it is. Means overall just better than what I currently have. I'll take it. Even if it doesn't have the magical ability that I can solve with arrows. back to questing because we still have some way to go. I feel like doing a little bit of desecration. Who was here again?
Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake?
May the seven keep
Look
you.
here. Even a sage and author as renowned as I is flattered when mortals dare among the dead to seek him out. Well, here I am, Nemris the Wise. You may go wide-eyed with amazement now.
You're an author?
Oh, I've written so many celebrated treatises, but of course you have read and revered the philosophy of death, the diamond in the crown that is my literary legacy. There isn't a civilized soul alive that hasn't perused its profound pages percolating with perspicacity. Alas, that so few show an understanding of my words, so few show the expected intellectual growth when I put them to the test.
Can I read your philosophy of death?
You can, and indeed you must. But alas, I was not buried with a printed version of that blueprint of genius that is my inimitably esteemed essay. Never fear, though, for each and every library in Revellon boasts a copy, the gilded cherry on their paper pie.
Tell me about yourself.
As if I need introduction. Nemris the thinker, the theorist, the visionary. Come now, surely you lack the time, as I do, for such silly questions.
A bit full of himself, but I'll take my leave.
Here lies David, who ran from the Reaper. You'll never catch me alive.
Oh, let's see if we can find him.
May the seven keep
Ooh, he fights. And he's blocked, of course he is. Well, knock him on his ass. Do some big little rave things. And he's undead, so no point in summoning the spider. Ooh, Murphy is helping as well. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately he does not. Ooh, penny pens. I'll take those mushrooms, please. And then, of course, I will give the mushrooms over to Samantha.
Jake,
Rest
where are
in
you?
peace, darling.
Are you here, Jake?
Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Sicil pie in the afterlife?
And I think Revellon is Sicil Pine. I don't think they have presidents in Revellon.
Here lies James, as usual, the filthy fibber.
Rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling.
Nothing.
Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Sicil. Get off my grave, you jackanapes.
Are you here, Jake? Jake!
Ooh, a bearded axe.
May
Nice.
the seven keep you.
Here lies Helen, killed by an enraged zombie. I'm sure we can talk this out.
Ironclad and fleet of foot. I'm invincible.
Right. I still should really stop burying these undead.
May the seven keep you.
Here lies Kimberly, finally.
This is just some easy XP and potentially some loot. Making sure that everyone is healed up.
Rest in peace, darling.
I smell... lunches.
Alright, let's see what Kimberly has to hide. Nothing. Right, 3 graves that share a single plot.
Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. I want to go home. Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so.
And some poisonous mushrooms. Well, let's see which one of them is under here. All 3 of them apparently. Oh well.
Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit or a lovable prankster ghost?
Rest in peace, darling.
At least we are going first, so... On it. That's not how I want to use these scrolls, you know?
As good as a new penny. I feel better already.
Alright, at least we got some gold out of that.
Here lies Patrick. You can kill me, but you'll never kill the dancer inside me. Here lies Catherine. I know, I was great.
A bone. At least we get something for our efforts. Now if only we can get her to go away, then we could loot that last one as well, but that's not gonna happen. Alright, let's go to the library then. If Victoria has a copy of that book.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Jageta, friend. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Alright, so then there should be a copy of that box somewhere in here.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
History of Sicil.
Kajdenor. A brief history
Not
of Sicil
seeing it.
still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
It's not that profitable. Let's see. Well, we can always get back to that later. Possible the book is somewhere else. Let's move on with the adventure a little bit. Now that we have actually managed to get over here, let's actually explore over here. Look at that, there is a camp of seaside thugs of level 6. We should be able to handle them. Emphasis on should. Let's quickly give you a little bit more healing. And then we should probably start considering actually getting better spells for you.
It seems these thugs are angling for a fight.
In that case, I'd say we ought to oblige them.
Right. Give them something to focus on. Alright. Definitely want to get Nick in on the action. Right, which one of these is too dangerous? Probably the ranged one. Once. I'm seeing 5 thugs. Yeah, I think that's right. Right, let's move forward 2 pieces. Can I hit anyone? I can hit you. Yeah, I don't mind if they waste some shots on him. That's kind of nice of them to heal. Right. The general warrior type. They don't appear to be wearing armor of any kind. Out of reach. Dora. Boost.
If this battle be my last, know I went out fighting in your name.
Can't see the target, unfortunately. Let's just move up the hill then. Okay.
You don't need all of that blood, do you? Burning touch! Arrow of venom!
Now you see me, soon you won't. Fiery assault!
Nice. I see you now. Never mind that.
Stone Storm! Everything I touch burns in sacrifice.
Flying fire!
As good as a new penny.
Right. Let's put out the fire.
Gods weep upon the earth.
Alright. I think that's all of them. Alright, let's loot. Another cooking pot. I don't need another cooking pot. I want to know who these guys are. What they're doing here. Why did I just gain experience points? All shape of tent. Doesn't seem like something humans would put up, but I guess I could be mistaken on that. Also, your armor is breaking. Do we not have anything better than this? Probably. I didn't sell it. Right, it is. Just getting confused when nothing seemed to change, but they look exactly alike. So why would why would I notice a change? May as well wear that. Let's see. And the road curves up. Let's check this way first. A nice looking place. That usually means there's something terrible going on here.
One of those crazy statues told me it could see my future. But I'd never trust an overgrown pebble.
It does look kind of ominous. Oh, Drudene. Definitely want that. More stardust. Ooh, another gateway. Good. And no plants here. Let's see if we can talk to these things.
You burn with the desire to free your spirit, as I burn with the longing to flee this encasement.
What's stopping you from fleeing?
Ah, curse! We four powerful beings all have been trapped here to seal the entrance of yonder cave. Until all of us are freed by our favored element, the cave remains impenetrable, and what lies within remains trapped, same as we.
I heard you convinced the man to burn all his possessions, but he gained neither fame nor renown.
I like to keep my visitors on their toes, indeed. But in your case, most blessed spirit, never a fib passes these lips. Cleanse yourself with fire, and you won't regret it. You can trust me.
Right. Talking statue, that's rather unique.
But talking is hardly the end of it. I also grant great fortune to those bold enough to address me. For you, I foresee great fame and renown.
Uh-huh.
But first, you must prove your worthiness, your spiritual valor, by freeing yourself of all your worldly possessions. Burn them to ash, and watch your spirit soar.
I'll take my leave.
Ta-da, traveler. And don't forget, To find the true rewards of life, you must absolutely burn everything you own. Does this look like a face that would lie to you?
Yes.
You, noble creature, you look like you could take to the sky at any moment. Listen closely, for I can grant you the ability to soar like a falcon.
I hear you told another man the same story, and he led to his death on the beach near here.
Oh, I say so many things. Who can keep track of what fool acts on what? That man clearly didn't ask me to super-duper swear. But for you, my promise is the super-duperest.
I'll take my leave.
Goodbye, oh Lord of Wind. Don't forget, you'll fly highest and truest if you start with a running leap. The higher the cliff, the better.
Right. Not sure that these people are actually, you know, hurt by their encasements.
Bravest knight, a source hunter, nay. Tell me verily, would thee likest to know us what the future holdeth but I?
You can talk, but what are you doing here?
Lo, I am stuck at false like a barnacle upon the howl of time. But while mine body is confined in a stone prison, mine visions runneth free. Would thee liketh to see the end of thine adventure, mortal?
Let's change the subject. Somehow, if he wants to show me my end of my adventure, I think I die.
Look at you, mighty paladin of the waves, and your destiny is clear. You were meant to swim the seas.
What are you statues doing here?
A tedious eons-long job. A task more fit for a dog. For our only purpose within these stony confines is to guard the entrance to the cave you see on that cliffside. We must prevent what lives within from escaping until due penance is done. But we long to move freely once more. But we are utterly trapped without our preferred elements to free us.
I'll take my leave.
Farewell, ruler of the deep. Don't forget to test out your new power. Swim deep, 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 and see how your lungs transform to gills. I swear it will work.
Alright. I think I understand how this works, but I'm gonna leave it until a little later. I want to do a little bit more sleuthing. Seeing if there's anything else we can potentially run into. Right. Got a dead man over there, some more barrels. It seems like a trap, but let's cross this open ground. And what does this man have? Right, what do you...
Intriguing, isn't it? A body washed ashore in the middle of a deserted beach. Who was he? What happened to him? Was he friend or foe? Your mind is bubbling with questions. Well, you are quite in luck. Yes, quite in luck. For I have a unique grasp, get it? On this situation indeed.
Tell me about yourself.
My friends, if I had more of them, would call me Pincer. A pity there aren't more pals around, for mine is an upbeat, energetic, and optimistic character. If you ever feel like conversing over sunset or sunrise, you can find me here on this very beach, my home.
Uh-huh.
Nothing old Pince loves more than sharing stories, anecdotes, ideas, and opinions.
What do you know about this corpse?
What do I know? What don't I know? I saw it all from start start to finish, so ask. Ask away.
Who was this man?
His name I do not know, but I can tell you he was a very experienced pearl diver. But a few pearls a day wasn't enough. He wanted to be rich, better than the other divers in Syciel.
Well, how did it happen?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, for this is where the story grows extra juicy. He was talking to those watcher statues on top of the cliff. We'll grant you a wish, they said. I want to swim like a fish, he said. Ta-da! You can now breathe underwater, they said. So down, down, down he dived. I guess the wish was a bust.
When did this happen?
I know that for sure. Yesterday I was enjoying the mid-afternoon sun when I heard a strange gurgling. I looked toward shore and there it was, the body of the pearl diver.
What do you know about the watcher statues?
Oh, not so much. They've been here longer than I have by far. And if I listen closely, I can hear them talking to people sometimes. I wish I could get them to talk to me. Leaving already? But I know plenty more, just ask. Come back! Oh, well, it was great meeting ya. Don't be a stranger, you're my best friend.
Let's never talk with them again.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you imagine risking life and limb for mere riches?
Every tadpole aspires to be a frog. Ambition is what drives the world.
Every tadpole aspires to be a frog. Ambition is what drives the world.
Ambition may drive the world, but it drives it into a dangerous position.
Right, another rat's tail. Ooh, starfish.
They hand in hand with wandering steps and slow through Eden took their solitary way.
So far, we've not really come across anything particularly interesting. Ooh. More thugs. Dietmar's thugs. And there's Dietmar. And it looks like we can handle them. Alright.
Hey, put that away. Quiet now, can't you see we've got company? Hello, stranger. What can I help you with?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Dietmar, the leader of this little band of sailors. Say hi to the stranger, team. Hello. Greetings. Don't mind us, just a few mariners enjoying a little beach party. Yes, mighty fine weather for some fun in the sun. Isn't that right?
Don't make yourself sound more suspicious, please.
Mighty fine weather. Fun in the sun. That's right. For the love of Pete, can you tone it down a little? Sorry, boss.
What do you know about the staff of Pergamon?
So, someone's been letting his fat mouth run amok, has he? Well, this little rumor dies with you. Men, to arms!
Well, so much for friendly conversation.
Once my arrow tastes blood, it craves more. Your death is at hand.
And suddenly we are surrounded. Just...
Heaven have mercy on your soul.
You know what? Let's have Nick join us. Dora isn't any real threat.
I'll write my next tale in your blood.
Right. Very nice. At least preparing stuff is easy.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
Right. Staff of Pergamon, there he is.
The seven grant abundance. Another piece of trash.
Well, at least we can solve that particular quest. We'll just finish up looting over here. And shift some of my heavier gear over to Medora. Definitely should be selling those crossbows though. I'm not gonna use them. Let's head back to Sicil. I do hope the mayor indeed will be pleased. Staff of Pergamon is quite powerful, I guess.
Pay the big change on your book for the whale of the good stuff.
What? Oh, it's you! What news?
I found the Staff of Pergamon.
What? You found it? Oh, this is excellent news. Where is it then? Give it here.
Here it is.
Here it is. The Staff of Pergamon.
Careful that it doesn't wind up in the wrong hands again, Mr. Mayor.
Wonderful! Oh, it's simply wonderful! Come, come. You must let me thank you somehow. I've got it. A free month's honorary membership to the Sicil Library.
Alright.
What would you like to discuss? You managed to drive him away? But what if he comes back? Are we destined to live in fear forever after? Someone wants to see Victoria dead? That cherub of the book? That seraph of the library? Hear you me. You must stop that dog by any means necessary. As mayor of Sicil, you have my permission to take drastic measures if need be. That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in? The library. Yes, yes, you must please yourself. Let me know if you change your mind. Wait here. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. They just informed me that they cleared the cave of all undead presence, so I gave them the reward as promised. They just left town. The rest of the world needs saving too. Oh, they truly are fabulous. Maxine? What in heavens? I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch. I've always been more fond of cats myself.
By Shadu World Shaper, this bedeviled staff has cost us time in spades. Can we please attend to more urgent matters?
You have 3 novice skills. How many can you have again? The Hydrosophist. 5 novice to adept. Let's see if we can find some better skills. Because his healing spell is useful, but kinda limited. And now that we have some goods to sell, perhaps we can finally raid Aru's stockpile for something useful.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Alright, he's got the wrong type of spells, but that's fine. We need more of these. And I guess we can tell him any cloth shoes we still have left. We are not gonna use. Balance mounts. Right, it's the enchanter that has the healing spells. Or the water spells. After.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Nothing else standing open, right? I should go on with the expedition for the church. Now that we've got the Staff of Pergamon, market is this way. Why am I going that direction?
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows. Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Let's sell you some bows that I'm never gonna need again. This one I'll keep. Slightly better than I'm using right now. Definitely do not want these crossbows. We don't need that one.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more home than a slice of this fine gourmand.
That's a bit expensive. Nothing else here I want. Just give me your money. Right.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
You have anything that's a bit more stronger than regeneration.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more home than a slice of this fine gourmand.
Take another needle. May as well take the claw scraps as well. I do wonder though, yeah, I have some skill books, right? Yeah, some blank skill books. Am I crafting good enough yet that I can actually use those? For instance, can I make a resurrect book? Not a good one. Do I need this one? No. Pretty sure that's the recipe, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I know how to make a blank witchcraft scroll. That I have. But how do you combine the book? I may not have the skill for that though. A little bit unfortunate I do not have a better scroll. I think you have nothing. This to Madora, I think she can still use this. And I think I picked up some stuff that I have not identified yet, alright? Last edit.
Well, hello there.
Pick up so much stuff. Sort by type. Right. We do need another offensive spell for you, though.
Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Some of my old wands I probably give over. All the other stuff I kind of want to keep. Yeah. Soul is worth a lot. Don't want to give that away for nothing. May as well pick up the empty potion bottles as well.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Oh, we did pick up the Philosophy of Death. Oh, cool. Then we can actually do that particular one. Alright, I'll chill out for this. Where is it? Enter Jahan. Yay! Alright, that's an adept skill. Definitely need more novice skills though. But she doesn't have biggest collection of skills.
Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Right, I'll just leave that be for now. And we are getting close to the next level. That'll be nice. Well, as long as we are back in town. See if I can do something else. Well, first off, give you a bit of healing for her. Yeah, I know.
I've spotted something.
You spotted something. Did you spot something inside the house? Right. Can I melt? Can I melt that? Yes, I can. Alright. So one of you would be so kind as to give me one of your old swords. Need to do a little bit of fact checking here. The homemade sword. Yep, you can recover the large bar from that. And how about the armor? Yep, the armor I cannot smelt. That is unfortunate. In which case, we can give that back to Dora. All sorted again. I mean, there's always various levels of hoarding in this type of games. For me, it's ingredients. Because I want to be able to craft everything, and I hate having to run to market to buy stuff. It is just so inefficient. Alright.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
I wouldn't venture too far out.
Better to evacuate this place.
Legionnaire, you'll find the gate.
Right. Now we have been outside this way before, but we stopped short of adventuring in this direction. Which way do I want to go exactly? I mean, I have to check it all out. Let's go up here. Just a dead end with no lootables. We've definitely been up here. That doesn't lead anywhere. Alright, double back. Making sure. Stuff to find.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind, Glossius. Cool your boots.
Since when does the wind sound the same as a stray dog hungry for bones? My bones. Who are you? Stay back.
How does he do that without lips? Who am I? Who are you?
This haunted yard is terrifying enough without you scaring the marrow out of me. To answer your question, my partner and I were part of an ill-fated cohort of legionnaires sent by Lieutenant Selenia to inspect this church. I suspect the eerie goings-on at that very church for why Livia and I are trapped in our bones instead of prancing about the Hall of Echoes right now. And I do mean trapped. Oh, what I'd give to see my... Oh! What was that? Phew. Thought I heard a zombie. As I was saying, oh, what I'd give to see my darling wife, Marissa, once more.
How's your wife, Marissa?
My cuddly waddly doodle pop. Light of my life. Fire of my flesh. Since I'm good as dead, I'd do anything to be able to deliver one final letter to my dear Marissa. If I tried to go back to civilization, though, I'd be zapped, speared, or smashed on sight. It rattles my bones just imagining it. Say, you're alive. Heartbeat, squishy parts and all. Perhaps you could deliver it for me. Just remember, this is a private matter between man and wife. No peeking, if you please.
Going on at the church.
You're
entrance if you keep along this road, though I wouldn't recommend it if you value keeping your skin attached to your face. The place is teeming with necromancers and the ghastly creatures they've been resurrecting. Lava, hellfire, a bone shrine, and that's only in the courtyard behind us. I'm afraid our troop never made it past the horror that lurks there.
And do you have anything for sale? No. Alright, take my leave. What are you?
Tread lightly, will ya? Any sudden movement is liable to give Blossius there a heart attack. Or, you know, a rib attack. Well, who we are now is certainly different from who we used to be. We were elite soldiers, Blossius and I. 2 troops in a regiment of Selenia's finest guards. We agreed to inspect this church. Selenia had an inkling the undead outbreak might have started here, and while we never completed our mission, I'm certain she was right. Near the bridge just behind us, an undead monstrosity has made its own hellscape around a shrine of bones used for gods know what terrible purpose. Perhaps to control each of the ghouls that haunt these lands.
What happened to the rest of your regiment?
Same as what happened to us. Partly, anyhow. We were lost trying to gain ground against the Molten Devil King presiding over the courtyard behind us. One of our soldiers ingeniously applied a piece of equipment to the ground, clearing a temporary path through the lava. Her plan seemed to work and we made progress into the Hellbeast's arena, but soon we were too far in with no way out. I've never felt heat like that before, Source Hunter. I've never felt fire in and through my skin, my sinews. And then we were all of us little more than bones. But it was only Blossius and I whose souls awoke in our skeletons once more. The rest remain where they collapsed. The Legion's best skilled fighters, burned bones beneath a broken turnip cart.
Nah, nothing worth taking. Alright. Well, I'll take the wheat. You certainly won't be needing it. And hey, loot this chest.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind, Blossius. Cool your boots.
Since when does the wind sound the same as a stray dog hungry for bones? My bones.
And as long as we are here, we can grind some of the wheat to flour. Or not. It is a mill grinder. Why can't I turn the wheat into flour? Pretty sure I have the skill for it.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind, Blossius. Cool your boots.
Since when does the wind sound the same as a stray dog hungry for bones? My bones.
Do I just need to use a mortar and pestle for that? That seems inefficient. I can do it here. Weird. Well. So, we know it's dangerous beyond this point, but we're not gonna be deterred by that, are we? Let's get another point in speed. We have 2 points.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind, Blossius. Cool your boots.
Since when does the wind sound the same as a stray dog hungry for bones? My bones.
Where to put it?
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind, Blossius. Cool your boots.
Since when does the wind sound the same as a stray dog hungry for bones?
I think I'll give you 1 point in Scoundrel. And I'll save the other points. Right, so he did give us a will, I think. Nothing there. Alright, he gave that to Hanuman. At least he should have given it. Ah, Blossius' will. Let's read it. I'm sure he doesn't mind. Darling Marissa, if you're reading this, it means I'm gone. But not despair, dearest, for I await you in the afterlife with open arms. Look after yourself, Boomly Bear, and remember that nothing is more precious to me than your happiness. In this interest, please take my locked box and make full use of its contents. The gold therein should sustain you for quite some time. Yours truly, Blossius. Why does he stutter while he's writing? Yes. And we have a bit of a conversation to have here.
Quite an important document to entrust to a stranger. With a quill and ink, one could easily alter it.
Yeah, no.
Easy but grotesquely immoral. It'd be monstrous to take any money from that widow.
It's just the wind, Blossius.
Agreed.
Let's take compassionate. Lucky Charm. That will help in some regards. Boost offense rating and chance of finding extra treasure. Medora's offense rating is already quite good. And a little bit of extra Lucky Charm is not going to change it all that much. Well, seeing as we are close to Sicil still, so let's go see if we can get into the city here.
Good to have you back, Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes indeed.
Right, where is Marissa? I have no clue. Guess we'll just have to check names of everyone then. Quartermaster. Nothing here. I mean, it probably wasn't a soldier, so didn't look that way.
Can you spare a coin?
Nope, not here.
Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
This is the finest show in the land!
Stefan, Stefan! I will never forget you.
Is she walking around in the markets? That's Calvania.
Inject some vim into your routine.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Don't talk to me. You're making me lose focus. Can't you see I'm busy modeling? Obviously, someone's plumage isn't magnificent enough to inspire genius.
Why does the rooster have a French accent?
All those naysayers in the past. Bah! See what I've become. Hundreds of years from now, people will wonder, who is that cook? It must have been a grand cook, so inspired.
Let's try the inn.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Is not love a wonderful thing, my friend? The greatest fortune of animals and humans alike? We are married, my friend. Can you believe it? Oh, how blissfully happy we are. Legions of litters we'll have, she and I. There'll be tiny Sams and mini Maxines on every roof and in every garden of Sycee. Frolicking felines. What a feeling.
Hmm. Upstairs. Hmm. So I do want to briefly have a talk with you.
Gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Right. If I find some cheap books to use. That I can give to my daughter to use. Equipment. And I'm not going to be using the one-handed swords or daggers, really. I can probably just sell them. Don't necessarily want you to do that. But you need a dagger for that one. The dagger for that one. Right. Make up the difference. Right, he's not here either. I'm sure we've met everyone here, but obviously not every character is marked. You would hand over the skill box. Dora. Is it you?
May the seven keep you.
Let's see then. Where could it see?
Where are you?
Well, seeing as we are back here, we did find that book, right? And Nembris.
May the seven keep you.
Someone had that book.
Where are you, Dick? Are you playing without me?
I'm certain we just saw it.
May the seven keep you.
Or does it not show up here? Because it's a quest item. Right, the philosophy of death. Let us briefly discuss life and death. The greatest opposites, great equals. Death is greater than life, so saith the priest, for in death comes the gods' just reward. But if this is true, whether that reward shall be solace of heaven or agony of hell is decided during one's lifetime. And therefore life is much greater than death, for it is the decision maker. And what of those who care not for the gods, who question the afterlife, the existence of deities? Life is life's own goal, they say, a wise sentiment I echo, and that even priests would do well to heed. But oh, how often does doubt assail these revelers of life? How often does fear approach with the creeping of the shadows? So great becomes the looming horror of that death becomes larger than life, and death becomes the greater force. Forget the promise of the gods, I say, but defy the fear of oblivion as well. For only if life and death become each other's equals, can the philosophy of death become one of life. Death is the instigator of faith and fear, but only if you let it be so. If you can gaze into its obsidian eyes, knowing that it is the be-all and end-all, but fear neither, then you shall have reached the shores of wisdom, so saith Nembris. Not sure that's deep, but let's give it a try.
That you seek me out once more is in itself a token of wisdom. Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read and understood the philosophy of death?
Well, let's try.
Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your acumen forthwith. Between life and death, death is the greater force. So argues the clergyman. Is he correct?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Correct, he is not.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good. Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I not?
Not entirely, no.
Not entirely, no.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing?
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Most impressive. Nothing short of miraculous. You have verily fathomed the message of my book. My undying respect is yours, to an extent.
Yay.
The knowledge that my legacy is in good hands. Ta-ta! I shall see you in the next life.
Yay, we got a teaspoon. And that's our 100 sword. That to Animan.
May the seven keep you.
The order is also not right. Medora needs to be in front. Alright, let's head back out on the trail. Or keep looking for Marissa.
Feeling hot under the collar?
Indeed.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Can you spare a coin?
Oh, he's in Silver Glen. Never mind. Never mind. That's a different chapter altogether. Let us move on with figuring out what's happening at the church.
Evil lurks beyond Sicil's ramparts.
Definitely wandering into some strange territory where all is fire. And Gahan has leveled up. Let's give him some more perception. Right, skills. His skill doesn't really need to change. I want to level up his casting, so I'll save that here.
Well, 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 what have we here? A wee wanderer wandering after a wonderful wishing well?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Walter Wellington McWishingwell. Well met. Won't you call me Wally, though? It was that my brother William, why he was a winsome well, would hand out wishes with me, but he's since been whisked off to somewhere wild and wintry, and poor Wally's been left to whinge and wax all by his onesie.
Let's tell me about your brother. What happened to him?
Oh, my poor wayward William. He was snatched away by the wicked Winter King and whisked into a wild world of whirling snow. I wonder, would you be willing to take a whack at bringing Willie back? I would weep wishes for weeks if I could see him again. I can teleport you to the Winterland right now.
Maybe another time.
Well, you know where to find me when you wish to go.
Can you grant me a wish?
Would that I could, but without my dear brother, I'm a woeful wisp of my former wonderment. We work in tandem, you see, and Willie's always been stronger. He might manage to work alone, but I'm a weakling without him with me.
I'll take my leave.
I wish you well.
More gravestones.
Here lies Istrid, knower of noses. Here lies Rocky. Doc, it's only a scratch.
Feel my electric fury! You look a bit under the weather.
Death is its own deliverance!
Yay, another level. A bit more perception. Weapons wise, fine, likely. Let's get some points in expert marksman. And you. And let's get some points in perception. Skills wise, let's improve your yeah, pyrokinetics.
Here lies Marxism. He was full of great ideas that never worked out.
Oh gee. That's not very nice.
Bless the seven, I am restored!
I've spotted something.
The Legend of the Wereship by Falcon Black. Legend after legend and rumor after rumor purport on how the first wereship rose, like a gnarled and terrible weed from the ground. Some say a shepherd paid an evil witch to bless his herd. Soon found his woolly friends grew a taste not for grass but for flesh. Others claim the wereship are the eternal child of the goddess of livestock and lord of the unholy necromancy. But one fact remains true. Every passing year the numbers dwindle. Great mystery surrounds the existence of the last remaining wereship. But these rift-running death dwellers are difficult to find. He who seeks his own set of wereship armor will search a lifetime or longer before he finds what he seeks. Rumor tells that the final wereship, solitary in its wanderings, has been sighted only once in the last century. Its location is disclosed in a legendary scroll last seen in the realm of Fairy. Free for the taking by any soul brave enough to risk the wrath of the Winter King.
Here lies Madame M. Montgomery. Mourn her.
No.
I invoke the fervor of flame!
Definitely want to get rid of all these patches of poison, because if there's any undead around here, they will just heal themselves on those.
Here lies Anne, the finest lady in the lowlands. Sir Jovel got here with the help of a shovel.
Alright. Old metal chest. Can we burn this thing? Not really. Yeah, no, we're not breaking this.
Here lies Schrodix. We're not actually sure he's dead.
Maybe someone has a key.
Here lies Cat Jones. Curiosity killed her, after all.
No idea whose grave this is. Then they won't mind if I dig it up.
Here lies Lady Charon, whose steaming pies tempted all.
Uh-huh.
Here lies Rocco. This is the last hole he filled. Here lies Will Loundy. It's Loundy, not laundry, dang it.
Another metal chest.
Here lies Emmy, Spider Slayer. Here lies Dodson, the finest dancer of them all.
Ooh. Another book. Have we read this one? Erlon's powers are many, and even without the intervention of we enchanters, her magic shines through even the most common objects. Sprinkled with a bit of pixie dust, these objects' natural powers are quite enhanced. The rabbit's paw, for instance, might only be of use to most superstitious, but given a fine coating of pixie dust, paw's magical properties spring to life. Held on a thread, rope, or ring, the magical paw will bring great luck to its wearer. The rabbit's paw is only the tip of the magical iceberg. Well, that's indeed good to know.
Here lies Nazik, who also thinks your name is weird. Here lies Lord Goldman, who lost his head to a literal-minded bridge troll.
I definitely don't want to disturb them. So I have a rabbit's paw, I believe. The objects. Magic rabbit's paw. Alright, that makes sense. And then armor. Need a magic rabbit's paw and some string. Alright. Considering I don't have an amethyst right now, let's see if I can make that. Rabbit's paw. For sure I had a rabbit's paw. Oh, why I saw some in the shop, but I didn't buy any. And that's why I don't usually sell items. They could, but I'm pretty sure I checked all of them. That I gave them. Gave all the ingredients over to. Yeah. It's not crucial or anything. We can get back to that later.
I have company, I see. And it's such a delightfully opportune moment, too. I'm just about to conduct a small experiment, and if you have an interest in magic and science, you'll oblige me by taking part in it, will you not? I've laced this area with more than a few pernicious little friends who are simply bursting with the anticipation of supper. But they simply abhor uncooked meat. So you may find he'll want to char you before ripping out your throats. Now, your job is to put up a mite of resistance against your inevitable death. Sounds good, yes? Right then. On your mark, get set, go.
Right. We run.
Corruption.
Not quite what I had in mind, but fair enough. Unfortunate. Oh well. That's why we have resurrection scrolls. I can find them. Get rid of all this messy stuff.
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
A bit of a nasty surprise, but overall I think that went okay. The madman himself, at least, went down. Nothing else here. I mean, there's more gold over this way, but that's behind stuff. Silver ore. Sure.
I was really hoping to find something better.
Here lies Lady Cordelia Grain, whose hats were nearly too fancy. Here lies Fluffy, gone to the great litter box in the sky. Mummy loves you, Schnookums.
There's just way too much poison around here.
Final resting place of Lord Joshua Cheapskate Andrimo, who should have paid the stone carver. Raskadrick says, born a lowly goblin, died the 72nd mayor of Sicil.
Well, he didn't do too bad for himself. Alright, the fire is gone. Yeah. I think that's about as good a place as any to close out today's proceedings, I think. Made some decent progress again, but yeah. Also seems to have been very lonely time in chat. So I thank Ursai for sticking with me all this time. Yeah. We'll see. I at least want to finish the first chapter until we can reach Silverglen. And then we'll see about varying it up a bit more. I'm currently still in the middle of experimenting with things I want to play on stream. Haven't quite found anything that really fits the bill just yet. But regardless, I am pretty much done with this. Hello, Master Mod. Welcome to the stream. But I'm gonna be closing it here for today. I've reached the limit of how much I'm willing to tolerate from Divinity. Especially with the things we still have left to do. I mean, doing the whole church bit, that's an adventure in itself. And there's the statues near that locked sealed cave. So yeah, thank you all for coming by. Have a fine Pentecost if you celebrate it. And I'll see you all next week, most likely. Until then, bye.